Guys, I really wanted to talk about a tool that I think is very useful for focusing and grounding, and it's really good for me before bed. It's not inherently witchy at all, and I hate when people use things from different cultures or different practices and claim it as witchy. This isn't witchy. I just think it's very good for attuning intention, and it's good for um, grounding, and it's good for focusing and then releasing energy as well. Um, and that's Tibetan singing bowls. I think they're great tools. I have this one I bought. I love it. It's my favorite color, which is orange. Um, I had one. It was a blue one I bought from a shop near me. Unfortunately, I took it to work and the kids didn't use it appropriately, dropped and it broke and it didn't sing anymore. So I chucked it out. And then I bought a different one, a smaller one that I knew wouldn't break. And I've been using it with the kids at work, and it's really good, just to focus them and put them in the moment. It's a good tool for focusing. And one of the great things about Tibetan singing bowls is that they're really obtainable. They come in different sizes, keys, and you can get them pretty cheap if you know where to get them. Amazon or eBay usually have them for pretty cheap. I've seen the lowest go for about $8. And if you can't buy one, can't get one, you can just do this with a wine glass. So, as I said before, this is mine, and what it's got is um it's got a ringing. I guess you'd call this a striker or a mallet. And what you can do is just to start it. If you're starting it, if you're just starting using this, what you can do is you can strike it, and it starts ringing, and all you have to do is follow the mallet around the outside of the bowl, and it'll start ringing. You can hear it, it's vibrating on the outer part of the bowl. And then eventually, when you get used to using it, eventually you can start using it without striking it first. It took me a while, and this one's pretty much was easy to do because this has velvet on the mallet, so it's got pits and lands in it, which helps with the vibration of this. But what you can do with it is obviously you can't touch it while it's ringing or else it stops. They usually come with a cushion. Mine has a ring cushion. I don't use it. I like to hold it or set it in front of me. What you can do is you can put crystals in it as well, and cleanse them that way if you're into crystals. I'm really not into crystals. I use crystals. I gift them to people. I buy them, but I don't think they're innately witchy. But as I said, the sound of this is really good for calming and focusing your intention. And when I use it, I like to put it in a space where I'm grounding. I'm ready to go to bed and I'm focusing everything, taking out of my mind today's concerns and today's worries. And just after, sitting here for about 5 minutes, focusing on that lovely focusing ringing sound, I will then, after I've gotten everything and thought about what I've done today and all the horror and not so nice things about today, what I do is I focus them, put them, visualize them going into this bowl, and then once I'm done, I then envision or visualize that they are in this bowl. They're gone after I tap. And once I've tapped and that sound ceases, all those worries and those concerns should be gone, therefore grounding me, and I'm ready for bed. Now, as an early childhood teacher, I use different forms of pedagogy for work, and one of the forms of pedagogy I use is holistic teaching, and that comes with, learning about focusing our minds and our bodies so that we're ready for learning. And part of that is also with government initiatives like Kindy Uplift. We've looked at yoga in the classroom, and the Tibetan singing bowl was one of the things mentioned. So I thought that was great. And sitting the kids in a circle and using the Tibetan singing bowl, some kids will get it straight away. There are others who will, just do this and get nothing, and then you'll have those that'll try to stir it like it's a bowl of soup, and that's okay too. And really, it's just about focusing and focusing and focusing, and this is a great tool. The bowl itself is not magical. Okay, like I said, you could do this with a wine glass. It's just about using the sound of the bowl and your own visualization to ground yourself. It is a tool, it's not the magic itself. The magic comes from the sound and your own visualization. The intention is to use this as a tool to get rid or ground yourself of certain energies. So, like I always say, this, not innately witchy. I just thought it's a great tool that you might want to use on your spiritual practice for grounding and really look into how other cultures used certain tools to help them in their day-to-day practice. And you might even have heard this before. If you've ever put on a sleeping music podcast and listened, you might have heard something similar to that while the ringing sound comes, and then you hear it again and you fall asleep. And these bowls are just a great tool for grounding and focusing and putting your mind at ease at a point where you want to focus your attention on something different. And I use it in the classroom. I think it's great. But just wanted to put that out there because I was using it before bed. So there's that. Now, as I say on my YouTube all the time, just because you use this for a spiritual practice does not mean that this is witchcraft. It's not Wicca. It's just a tool that a lot of people use for grounding and earthing. So please don't say that this is a witchy tool. It's not a witchy tool. It's a Tibetan singing bowl, and other cultures have used it for centuries, long before Wicca became an established religion. Anyway, love, peace, and applesauce. Blessed be, merry meet again. Bye, guys.